Apartment is clean, keys are handed in, and now I can go to the airport because I am going to Austin, Texas for 24 hours. Come and join me as we do those. Oh no. Just walking through the airport trying to get to my gate. And just like that, in Texas apparently. So I have just about 24 hours till I have to be back here at the airport in Austin, and I'm gonna try to enjoy myself the best I can. I love these super short trips, the super big bursts of everything all at once, and I enjoy that. So let's start it right now. And because this is Texas, the most important thing to do of all, after picking up my bags with all my belongings I want to take home, is of course to pick up a car. So I've got a rental car from the airport to take me from here back to here tomorrow morning, which will genuinely be cheaper than all the Ubers somehow. You know, crazy the way public transport works. The car is gotten, and now I am driving into what looks like Austin, Texas, the capital. I mean, this has got to be the cowboyiest cowboy place in the world, right? My first stop in a city that is famous for food is going to have to be some of that very same food, and this is something that excites me. It's called Cray's Market. I have no idea why barbecue is such a big thing. I think it's just meat, right? But like done fancy. I haven't actually had a barbecue that's excited me enough, so this just looks fun from the outside. And honestly, I'm hungry enough that I'm probably going to love it anyway. But let's find out by going inside. There's just a room with meats and fires, and that's where the meat comes from. And then you get all the sides in a separate place. I think that's actually kind of fun. Well, this is an interesting way for food to arrive, but I'm excited. I've never had barbecue that's inspired me, you know, and it's excited me, made me think it's a whole meal. So maybe this will be the first. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. Got some sauerkraut, got 2 slices of bread for some reason. Let's give it a whirl. Oh. Okay. We're talking now. We're really talking. Okay, this is definitely going to be more like it, right? The brisket's just so good. It's overpowering everything else. I can't even taste the red. Oh, love it though. Good start. Okay, that was absolutely bizarre, but amazing. I think these are the sorts of experiences that you won't usually experience when you're in your familiar territory. Like, do you want something new there? When you go somewhere else though, you want something a bit odd, and boy, that was an odd place on the inside. But anyway, speaking of odd places, let's head off next to the second key thing you've got to do in a new place. And that is, of course, to see some waterfalls, which apparently exist right here. Honestly, I think seeing the nature in a place where it's very different is always worth doing. And apparently that means stepping dangerously close to some waterfalls. They put up some signs saying that 7 people had died in the last 10 years from drowning here. And honestly, that seems like way too many, right? But yeah, the point being, I love when you visit a new biome for the first time and you get to really appreciate just what it looks like. Seeing a little bit of that is important, even though most of the places people travel are cities, because cities are where the things that people travel for, including the airport, are usually located. It's always important to see a little bit of nature. I have plans for something that might include nature tomorrow, but it's always important to just like get a feel for the place you're really at. I honestly think in some places you might get that just from driving between stuff. But I am a leg person, and I just feel a little different when I use my own 2 legs to really feel something. Like, isn't this just begging you to go for a walk through it? I think it's also a good time to reset your brain, really work out what you need from the rest of your trip. In this case, we're talking like 20-something hours at this point. I need to make sure that I get something funky dessert. I'm thinking about breakfast tacos. I saw them at the airport, and they're a big thing here. I need to make sure that they happen in my day tomorrow, and so indeed, I'll make sure that happens. See, here's a fun reason. I didn't know that Texas had cactus. Like, it makes sense. They're like southern, it's low down. But, you know, there's a lot of things you don't picture till you're in somewhere. And I think The nature being different from every major place to every major place, it's kind of cool. Even things that seem pretty similar but are far apart are going to have huge differences in their nature, and the animals and the birds, the flora, the fauna. It's a fun time. Anyway, I'm going to finish clearing my thoughts, making sure I consider the impact of leaving the apartment behind forever. It's always sad to leave a place, as well as happy that it's finally gone right. I have to finish doing all of that stuff, and then we're heading somewhere exciting before bed tonight, because there's some sunlight left in this day, and I don't intend to use it all walking around this place. Although, actually, we'll see how that goes. Okay, final stop for the day is clearly going to have to be dessert. I think it is incredibly hot here, somehow hotter than Vegas, and so I'm going to fix that with the thing that people stereotypically use to cool down. I have ice cream that is flavored like goat cheese, thyme, and honey, which is entirely ridiculous. It really shouldn't work, but it's kind of like cheesecake. Surprisingly good. Anyway, speaking of things that are like cheesecake and surprisingly good, I have to say also kind of funny, not only do they have an alcoholic flavor, which is intriguing, but also any place that serves alcohol has to have the sign saying no guns allowed in the venue, which is a perfectly Texas rule. You can have guns wherever you like, but not where you drink. And I actually kind of like that, right? Like even if you're the most, like anti-restriction person in the world, you think guns for everyone, you'd still say, probably not when you're drinking though, right? You're not going to make great judgments with it. And I like that that's a rule here, apparently. I need to get some sleep in, because tomorrow I've got something really fun planned. I've never done it before, and I think it's always fun to push your comfort zone, which is why I decided to do something that I know exists in all sorts of ski hills around the world, but is apparently only here in Texas. But I'll show you tomorrow after, I don't know, some silly hotel and sleep clips to show that I definitely did sleep somewhere. Before breakfast tacos, let me give you a quick update. It's a really nice balcony with a really good view, but I can't go out there or they'll evict me. Why even have it? Not my question. They look super good, but I'm going to be quick with this because I'm by a very busy road and therefore I don't want to deal with stuff. First though, green salsa sauce. Gotta throw that on there, it's a must. Actually I think salsa sauce is just saying sauce, two different languages. But here's my breakfast taco. Best way to eat breakfast is with a tortilla around it. And you'll never convince me otherwise. But, absolute 10 out of 10 breakfast food. Love it a lot. But today, I'm going to be pushing my comfort zone a little bit by doing something I've never done before. But here's the deal, I used to love biking as a child. I had a mountain bike even. I didn't go on any mountains or anything. And as an adult, something that's always sounded enjoyable is skiing, but using a mountain bike. The same places that do skiing will often do mountain biking, except in Austin, there's a dedicated downhill biking place only. This will be my first time doing it, and so come along with me. Maybe this video ends up in a hospital. I hope not. But I've never gone downhill biking, even though it looks so fun. It looks kind of terrifying. Like, it should be much easier and theoretically a lot safer than skiing or snowboarding, but it just doesn't feel that way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bike up this mountain using the same ski lift chairlift you'd use for skiing. How will that go? Let's find out. Thank you. It is so unbelievably humid today, but I got my bike on there. You have to lift it all the way up, it's quite a workout. And now we're going up a very dirt mountain. Oh, it's beautiful, but humid. Can I complain about humidity more? You'll hear it a lot more in this video, but I figured what would be fun, since this is a new activity, and I'm trying to push boundaries in my brain, despite every part of you just being like, no, just don't do it. You haven't done this before, you shouldn't do it. I feel like the older you get, the more that part of your brain will push you. Because, you know, the older you get, the higher the risks become for things, and the lower the reward relative to all you've accumulated. When you're 7, if you die, what does it really matter? You don't really have a concept of mortality at 7. When you're 47, you got a whole life. Maybe you got people who care about you. But yeah, here's my GoPro. I'm gonna strap it into my helmet up there. Gonna look ridiculous. I feel like every time I see someone with a GoPro, I'm like, yeah, I see the fun things you're up to. I probably should have this down, by the way. I see the fun thing. Look at me, I'm being safe. I got one of these helmets. It's got like one of these weird, it's got like a mask so you can see my face, but also so my face doesn't get hit. But it is very bizarre being nearly the only person here in a weird hill about an hour away from Austin. But it's gonna be a fun day. Okay, so here is me mountain biking down a hill. And the truth is, I'm still absolutely terrified and I'm hammering on the brake right now. This is me going extra slow because I know I can pick up speed, but also I'm like, but what happens when I do? Being comfortable is the default, but it's really important to push it every now and then because the way anything fun in life works. Oh, so close to the edge. And bear in mind, I've got this helmet on, but the rest of me has no protection. I didn't think I'd want it. Like, I felt the helmet was overkill, like a state law, or not a state law, but like a liability protection sort of thing. But the truth is actually that I felt like I'm a little underprepared for some of these, which is nuts. When I take a left turn down here to go Centipede, you know, this is where things get different. Is this the color of centipedes? There's also a funky smell in the air here, but that could be the humidity just makes things smell more. I feel like water transmits smell more than air does, based on farting in the shower. You don't want to go crazy, you don't want crazy up and down bumps. Why did I say that? Oh! Okay, I'm going so very... Okay, let's go. Let's go. Up and down and up and down. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is fun. Oh, okay, we're going to go right here. Oh, we're going down the Sidewinder. Okay. So that's a new terrain feature. Can't say I've ever ridden on one of those. I've tried skiing up and down them a few times, but they always mess me up. But I can do them on... Oh, and look at that on the right. There's this little roller coaster thing looking over there. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm getting a little bit out of control. I know I pushed my limits a bit there. I know I need to prepare for that sort of stuff better. More grip on the handlebars. Oh, bike has such good suspension. The fact that I'm not feeling this all the way is a good sign, I guess. So it's a workout in the heat and the humidity, which is pretty nuts. But it is a fun one. It's a really fun one. Yeah. So I go between these? Okay, let's do it, let's do it. Oh, that was anticlimactic. It is hour 20 in Austin now. My flight leaves in literally 4 hours, and I am an hour outside of the city, let alone the airport. So I have really one last activity I can do. Maybe a thing on the way to the airport. But I figured, given that I've got this lift pass anyway, you don't know, you pay for the ability to go up the lift. Mine looks like Texas. Given I've got the lift pass anyway, why not hike down a mountain? I've never had this experience before of hiking down somewhere I haven't hiked up. Gradients suck. Humans can't do down very well as much as we can't do up very well. Takes a lot of energy out of you. But it's very rare I get to do just a pure downhill hike. So I figured let's take advantage of it. Let's get half an hour of my last 4. I hope it's half an hour, I didn't really check. I think in worst case you get caught down, I'll just start running, you know? For now though, beautiful day. Really, can't say I faulted what I've done in my last 20 hours. I get this feeling whenever I'm near the end of something that I could squeeze way more into it. And then as soon as I get real close, like deadeningly close, I'm like, why did I try to squeeze that much in? And I worry I'll feel that about this hike. Truth is, sometimes you've got to feel that about things you're doing. There's a fork in the trail. I guess I'm taking the right fork. So I'll see you at the bottom, unless I barely make it, in which case I'll see you on the way to the airport. Okay, I'm at the airport and I'm hungry, which a lot of people see as a downside, but to me, it's a cool opportunity to take advantage of that hour before your flight, where you can't really be anywhere else, but also you'd like to be doing stuff still. You can sit there, you can chill on your phone, sometimes you need those things, sometimes you can get some good food, and so that's what Hour 23-24 is all about. Hope you all enjoyed whatever the heck this was. I am now off, back home, and I've probably been there for a bit as I make this video, because honestly, everything's been real backlogged. It's way harder to get stuff done when you're away from home base. Maybe that's obvious to most people, it's not to me, but I look forward to getting that back better. And for now, have a good day. Let me know how well it's gone.